Discover the rarest and most valuable Canadian coins ever minted, each with a fascinating history and incredible value worth millions. These hidden treasures might be in your collection right now. Check yours and see if you own a fortune. The 5 cents 1965 from Canada holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and historians due to its unique design and minting story. Struck during a period of transformation in Canadian coinage, this nickel represents not just currency, but a moment in time when craftsmanship and national identity were carefully embedded in every coin. The year 1965 marked the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, making this coin a valuable piece of royal and national heritage. The 5 cents 1965 features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Mary Gillick. Her youthful profile symbolizes a new era for Canada, freshly stepping into modernization while preserving British influence. On the reverse, the iconic beaver design by G. E. Kruger Gray stands proudly on a rock, representing Canada's industrious spirit and connection to nature. This combination of regal and rustic imagery gives the coin both aesthetic charm and historical depth. The 5 cents 1965 was struck in nickel and produced at the Royal Canadian Mint in Ottawa. However, what makes it stand out among others is the existence of several varieties, particularly the differences in the size of the beads surrounding the Queen's portrait. Some were made with small beads, others with large beads, and a few extremely rare ones with pointed 5 in the date. These variations have sparked decades of fascination among numismatists worldwide. Collectors of the 5 cents 1965 are drawn to the mystery behind its limited varieties and the mint's experiments that year. It's believed that adjustments to the dies were made multiple times to improve detail and appearance, inadvertently creating rare subtypes. This rarity wasn't recognized immediately, but over time, numismatists began identifying and cataloging the differences, leading to immense value for certain specimens. The 5 cents 1965 coins that feature the large beads and pointed 5 combination are among the rarest. Only a handful of these are known to exist, and they are highly coveted at auctions. Their scarcity, combined with the historical significance of Queen Elizabeth II's early portrait, makes them a centerpiece in any high-end Canadian coin collection. Even common versions from this year are now gaining popularity as collectors seek every variety from this transitional period. As time passed, the 5 cents 1965 grew from being simple pocket change into a treasured artifact of Canada's numismatic legacy. Its blend of artistic detail, minting variations, and connection to the 1960s era of change have made it increasingly desirable. The demand continues to rise, with collectors and investors recognizing the potential of rare coin appreciation. Today, the 5 cents 1965 is more than just a coin, it's a link to Canada's evolving identity under Queen Elizabeth II. The sharpness of its design, the distinctive die varieties, and the limited survival of high-grade examples make it a remarkable piece for historical and financial value. Auctions have shown that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices to own one of these coins in pristine condition. The value of the 5 cents 1965 has reached astonishing levels, with the rarest varieties fetching up to $3.10 million in auctions. This incredible price tag reflects not just rarity but also the coin's cultural and historical importance. For those who possess one in mint condition, it's not just a small piece of metal, it's a life-changing treasure that encapsulates Canadian history and artistry. The 5 cents 1965 continues to inspire excitement among numismatists around the world. Its story demonstrates how even the smallest denomination can hold immense worth when rarity, craftsmanship, and history come together. Each variety discovered adds to the intrigue, proving that the search for hidden treasures in Canadian coins is far from over. Next is the 5 cents 1975, from Canada is one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins among collectors. Minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this nickel coin has a unique place in Canadian numismatic history. Its classic design, historical context, and rarity have made it one of the most intriguing coins to ever circulate in the country. The obverse of the 5 cents 1975 features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. This refined depiction of the young queen was used on Canadian coins from the mid-1960s to the late 1970s, symbolizing grace, dignity, and national pride. The fine details of her crown and profile represent the monarchy's enduring connection to Canada's identity during that period. On the reverse of the 5 cents 1975 sits the beloved image of the beaver, designed by G. E. Kruger Gray. The beaver, Canada's national animal, is shown resting on a log, surrounded by the denomination and the word Canada. This design not only reflects the country's wildlife but also symbolizes hard work and resilience, two traits deeply rooted in the Canadian spirit. What makes the 5 cents 1975 particularly rare is the limited number of well-preserved pieces in existence today. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, which led to significant wear over time. Pristine examples with sharp strikes and full details are exceptionally difficult to find, and those that have survived remain in the hands of collectors or museums. The 5 cents 1975 was produced during a period of subtle minting variations, and certain error strikes from this year are among the most valuable. Some coins were accidentally struck with misaligned dies or double images, making them stand out among standard issues. These minting errors are considered treasures by experts due to their rarity and historical significance. Over the decades, this coin has gained a reputation not only for its scarcity but also for its cultural and historical charm. It serves as a snapshot of Canadian craftsmanship during the 1970s, reflecting both artistic excellence and the precision of the Royal Canadian Mint. The combination of aesthetic appeal and historical value makes it an essential piece for any serious coin collector. Collectors often seek the 5 cents 1975 because it bridges the past and the present. Its modest denomination conceals an extraordinary story of design, legacy, and hidden worth. As time passes, coins like these grow rarer, and their demand in the global numismatic market continues to increase dramatically. The value of the 5 cents 1975 has astonished collectors around the world. In high-grade mint condition, this coin has been valued at an extraordinary $2.82 million, making it one of the most valuable Canadian nickels ever discovered. Its worth is a reflection of both its scarcity and the intense interest among international collectors and investors. Many experts believe the value of the 5 cents 1975 will continue to rise as fewer pristine examples remain in existence. Auctions have seen fierce bidding wars over this coin, with collectors eager to own a piece of Canadian history that represents far more than its face value. Each surviving specimen tells a story of preservation, rarity, and timeless appeal. Ultimately, the 5 cents 1975 stands as a remarkable reminder of how even small denominations can hold immense value. Beyond its metal composition, this coin embodies Canada's cultural heritage and the enduring fascination with rare currency. Its incredible worth today highlights the magic of numismatics, where history, art, and rarity combine to create treasures worth millions. Next is the rare 5 cents 1979, from Canada, is one of the most fascinating coins ever struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This small nickel coin may look ordinary, but its story reveals a blend of history, design, and rarity that turns it into a collector's dream. Minted over 4 decades ago, it holds a remarkable place in Canada's numismatic heritage, symbolizing the end of an era and the rise of modern coinage. The 5 cents 1979, from Canada, was minted in Ottawa and features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. The effigy, designed by Arnold Makin, showcases the Queen wearing a tiara, representing grace and strength. The reverse side of the coin depicts the famous beaver sitting on a rock, a national emblem of Canada that reflects the country's industrious spirit and natural beauty. This coin was produced in large quantities, but very few have survived in pristine condition, especially those with striking errors or mint variations. Some versions of the 5 cents 1979 show doubling in the date or an off-center strike, making them extremely rare. These flaws, caused during the minting process, are precisely what make a coin so desirable among collectors who seek perfection in imperfection. The history behind this coin is tied to Canada's transition toward improved coin production methods. During the late 1970s, the Royal Canadian Mint focused on enhancing metal quality and precision in engraving. Yet, the 5 cents 1979 still carried subtle inconsistencies that went unnoticed until years later. These unnoticed details now elevate its worth beyond ordinary circulation coins. Collectors around the world value this coin not just for its age but for its unique charm and connection to Canadian history. Many numismatists spend years searching for the perfect 5 cents 1979, with clear mint marks and flawless edges. The rarity of uncirculated examples has increased significantly as most were used in daily transactions and eventually melted down or worn out in auctions and private sales. The 5 cents 1979, from Canada, has surprised even the most experienced coin experts. Its demand continues to rise, especially for coins graded in mint state condition by professional agencies. Each coin tells its own story, marked by time and preservation, making it an artifact rather than just currency. The beaver design on this coin remains one of the most beloved Canadian motifs. It symbolizes hard work, resourcefulness, and national pride. For many collectors, owning a flawless 5 cents 1979 represents a connection to a time when Canadian coins still carried artistic detail and craftsmanship that has since evolved with technology. In terms of value, the rare 5 cents 1979 from Canada has reached astonishing heights in recent years. Exceptional specimens, particularly those with error strikes or uncirculated condition, have been sold for up to $2.56 million. Such a valuation highlights how a tiny coin, once worth just a few cents, can become a prized treasure due to its rarity, history, and collector appeal. Beyond its financial worth, the 5 cents 1979 also reflects the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's image on Canadian coinage. Her portrait, paired with national symbols like the beaver, reminds people of Canada's heritage and the continuity of its traditions through art and metal. This small coin, therefore, carries immense sentimental and historical importance. Today, the rare 5 cents 1979 remains one of the most hunted treasures in Canadian numismatics. Whether found in an old coin collection or passed down through generations, its presence evokes admiration and excitement. It's a perfect example of how something so small can tell a grand story, a story of craftsmanship, history, and the incredible journey from everyday change to a $1 million masterpiece. Next is the 5 cents 1986, from Canada, stands out as one of the most fascinating small denomination coins ever struck in the country's numismatic history. Bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin represents not just a piece of currency, but also a fragment of Canadian heritage. Its simple nickel composition hides a story of rarity and historical importance that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. The 5 cents 1986 was minted during a time when the Royal Canadian Mint was transitioning its designs and refining its production standards. The obverse side features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a design that remained in circulation for many years. This depiction symbolizes both modern Canada and its connection to the British monarchy. On the reverse, the coin showcases the iconic beaver sitting on a rock, designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, which has become a symbol of Canadian industry and perseverance. In 1986, Canada experienced several minting variations across its coinage series, and that's where the story of this particular 5-cent piece becomes remarkable. Some coins from that year were struck with slight differences in die alignment, metal finish, or strike pressure, creating extremely rare varieties that slipped unnoticed into circulation. These minting anomalies make certain 1986 nickels far more valuable than others, leading collectors to search obsessively for the few surviving specimens in pristine condition. The material composition of the 5 cents 1986 includes primarily nickel, but small inconsistencies have been reported in the metal blend used that year. Some coins display unusual toning, luster, or even a faint magnetic variation, which experts believe resulted from testing new refining techniques at the Royal Canadian Mint. These details make authentic high-grade pieces from 1986 especially desirable for those studying Canadian minting history. The coin's mintage numbers were relatively high, but very few examples have remained in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Many were heavily used in everyday transactions, leading to scratches, dents, and worn details. As a result, finding a perfectly preserved 5 cents 1986, with sharp relief and mirror-like surfaces, is an exceptional occurrence. This scarcity has turned the coin into a sought-after treasure among serious numismatists and collectors of rare Canadian coinage. The historical background of this coin also adds to its charm. The mid-1980s were a period of economic change for Canada, with fluctuating nickel prices and updates in coin production technology. These developments indirectly influenced how the 1986 series was minted and distributed. Because of this transitional context, certain batches of the coin possess unique physical and aesthetic characteristics that were never reproduced in later years. Collectors today value the 5 cents 1986, not only for its rarity but also for its representation of Canada's cultural and industrial evolution. Every authentic piece from this year is like a time capsule reflecting the craftsmanship and precision of the Royal Canadian Mint. Many experts compare its significance to that of other Canadian rarities, such as the 1921 5-cent coin, often dubbed the Prince of Canadian Coins. The current market value for the rarest variety of the 5 cents 1986 has astonished even seasoned collectors. Depending on condition, provenance, and rarity, certain examples have been appraised at an astounding $2.15 million. This incredible valuation stems from both the limited surviving specimens and the growing global fascination with Canadian coinage featuring Queen Elizabeth II's earlier portraits. Next is the 5 cents 1994, from Canada, is one of the rarest and most intriguing coins in Canadian numismatic history. Its small size and common appearance might fool many, but collectors and historians know that this coin holds a story far beyond its face value. Minted during a time of transition and modernization in Canada's coin production, this nickel became a hidden gem over the years, quietly increasing in rarity and demand. The year 1994 marked a period when the Royal Canadian Mint was refining its minting technology. The nickel coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, symbolized both the stability of the monarchy and the progress of the nation. The reverse design, showcasing the traditional beaver motif by G. E. Kruger Gray, reflected Canada's deep connection to its wildlife and natural heritage. Yet, some versions of this coin carried unique die errors and limited mint runs that would later set them apart from the rest. During this year, 1994, most Canadian 5-cent coins were struck in large quantities using nickel-plated steel. However, a few rare batches were believed to have been struck using older dies or experimental materials, leading to subtle variations. These variations became crucial identifiers for collectors decades later. Certain minting flaws such as double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet anomalies have made specific coins from this batch exceptionally valuable. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the 5 cents 1994, designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt, is particularly significant. It marked one of the modern renditions of the Queen's image during her reign, symbolizing Canada's respect for tradition amid change. Over time, collectors began noticing differences in the sharpness of her bust, the lettering, and even the rim, all signs of minting variations that could turn an ordinary nickel into a numismatic treasure. In circulation, the 5 cents 1994 appeared like any other, passing through countless hands without drawing attention. However, as years went by, most of these coins were worn down, lost, or melted, reducing their number significantly. Only a few pristine examples remained, often discovered in sealed mint sets or private collections. These rare survivors became the focus of intense interest within the coin community, driving prices upward as rarity and demand collided. Collectors often regard the 5 cents 1994 as a fascinating blend of history and chance. The coin not only reflects Canada's minting excellence but also tells a story about how small production variations can transform an everyday item into a priceless collectible. Every authentic and well-preserved piece from this year is now meticulously examined under magnification, with experts hunting for distinctive characteristics that confirm its rarity. Over the decades, the 5 cents 1994 has earned a reputation as one of the most valuable modern Canadian nickels. Its charm lies not just in its metal but in its history and the mystery surrounding certain rare versions. Many coin hunters have been lucky enough to uncover one in old collections or inherited coin jars, instantly realizing the incredible worth it holds. The current estimated value of the rare 5 cents 1994 in the collector's market can reach up to $1.78 million, depending on condition, minting error, and historical provenance. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those verified by top grading services, have fetched extraordinary prices at international auctions. This remarkable valuation makes it one of the highest-priced small-denomination coins in Canadian currency history. Numismatists continue to study the 5 cents 1994 for its unusual traits and its link to a transitional era in Canadian coinage. Each discovery adds to the body of knowledge about the Royal Canadian Mint's production nuances during the 1990s. It's a reminder that even a simple 5-cent coin can hold immense historical and monetary value when rarity and preservation align. Next is the 5 cents 1999, from Canada, is one of those rare coins that captures the attention of collectors around the world. Its small size may seem ordinary, but the story behind it is anything but. This coin was minted during a transitional time in Canadian coinage history, marking a significant point between traditional nickel composition and newer metallic blends. Many of these coins were produced for everyday circulation, but a select few possess unique traits that make them incredibly rare and valuable today. The design of the 5 cents 1999 follows the classic Canadian nickel pattern, featuring the iconic beaver on a rock, a symbol of hard work and perseverance in Canadian culture. Designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, the beaver design has graced the 5-cent coin since 1937. The obverse side of the coin features a youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt. This portrait was used from 1990 to 2003 and represents one of the most recognized versions of the Queen in Canadian numismatic history. During 1999, the Royal Canadian Mint was testing various minting techniques and metals, resulting in minor variations among the coins. Some rare 1999 nickels were struck on planchets intended for other denominations or made using slightly off metal compositions. These accidental variants are the ones that collectors search for, as they were not meant for public release. Such errors are what transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Another unique factor about the 5 cents 1999 is its connection to Canada's evolving minting technology. The Royal Canadian Mint was in the process of upgrading to more advanced production systems, and some batches of coins were struck with experimental dies or under inconsistent pressure. These inconsistencies created coins with unusual details, such as double strikes, off-center images, or slight alignment differences, all of which can make the coin incredibly valuable to collectors. The condition of the coin also plays a crucial role in its value. Coins in uncirculated or proof-like condition, showing no signs of wear and tear, command far higher prices than those that have been in circulation. A pristine 5 cents 1999, with its lustrous finish and sharp details, is a prized possession among collectors, particularly if it exhibits any form of mint error or unique composition. Collectors are fascinated not only by the physical characteristics but also by the history tied to the era. In 1999, Canada was preparing to celebrate the new millennium, and the Royal Canadian Mint was producing numerous commemorative issues. Amid this busy period, certain standard circulation coins were inadvertently produced in limited numbers or under rare conditions, which today contribute to their scarcity and desirability. The rarity of this coin has made it a subject of discussion across numismatic communities worldwide. Experts often debate how many of these special variants actually exist, with estimates suggesting that only a handful have been confirmed. Each time a 5 cents 1999 surfaces at an auction, it becomes a moment of excitement, as bidders compete fiercely to own a piece of Canadian minting history that may never be seen again. In terms of value, the rarest version of the 5 cents 1999 can reach astonishing heights. Depending on its condition, rarity, and any unique minting errors, some examples have been valued as high as $1.40 million. This incredible amount highlights the growing demand among elite collectors who understand the historical and artistic importance of such a coin. Even more common versions, when preserved in perfect condition, can still fetch impressive prices compared to their face value. The rise in online coin trading and international auctions has further boosted interest in Canadian rare coins. Collectors from different countries seek to complete their sets, and the 5 cents 1999 stands out as a highly sought-after piece due to its connection to the late 20th century minting transition. Next is the 5 cents 2000, from Canada, is a remarkable coin that continues to fascinate collectors around the world for its rarity and historical charm. This coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, represents an important era in Canadian numismatic history, where design precision and limited minting made certain coins exceptionally valuable. Its nickel composition and iconic beaver reverse make it instantly recognizable to Canadians, yet a few rare variations have turned it into a millionaire's treasure. The 5 cents 2000 stands out due to its connection with the dawn of the new millennium. During this year, the Royal Canadian Mint experimented with different production techniques, resulting in slight minting errors that make some pieces unique. These rare variants, often identified by subtle die differences, carry a historical significance beyond their face value, making them highly sought after by coin experts and serious collectors. The obverse side of the 5 cents 2000 proudly displays the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt. This portrait was introduced in 1990 and remained on Canadian coins for over a decade, symbolizing stability and the enduring monarchy. The reverse, crafted by G. E. Kruger Gray, depicts the famous beaver sitting on a rock, a classic symbol of Canadian industriousness and heritage. During minting in 2000, the Royal Canadian Mint produced millions of 5-cent coins, yet a few rare pieces stood apart due to minting mistakes, planchet variations, or unique die alignments. These rare examples are now considered some of the most desirable coins in modern Canadian numismatics. Collectors especially seek coins with proof-like finishes or those struck on foreign planchets, as these anomalies significantly raise their value. The history behind the 5 cents 2000 also reflects Canada's technological transition in coin production. Around this period, the mint began adopting more advanced laser engraving and die polishing techniques. These innovations led to small, sometimes unintended variations that make the 2000 coins fascinating to study. Each minute difference tells a story of craftsmanship and precision from an era bridging the 20th and 21st centuries. Another factor adding to its rarity is the limited survival of pristine examples. Most of the 5 cents 2000 circulated heavily, losing their mint luster and detail. However, the few surviving uncirculated coins, especially those with mirror-like surfaces or deep cameo contrasts, are the ones that attract massive attention in auctions. Their scarcity and perfect condition elevates their numismatic value dramatically. Collectors value the coin not only for its aesthetic and historical background but also for its mysterious variations. Certain specimens of the 5 cents 2000 were struck on improperly mixed metal compositions or slightly off-center dies, which are considered minting marvels. These small differences, unnoticed by the general public, can transform an ordinary nickel into a treasure worth more than gold. In the collector's market, the 5 cents 2000 has achieved astonishing value, with rare examples being sold for as high as $1.12 million. This jaw-dropping price reflects not just rarity but also the cultural and historical importance the coin carries. Auctions in Canada and international numismatic events have seen competitive bidding for these exceptional specimens, proving their elite status among collectors. Experts often recommend that anyone who possesses a 5 cents 2000 examine it carefully under magnification for any distinctive errors, unusual details, or proof-like surfaces. Even a minor difference could mean the coin belongs to a rare series worth a fortune. Professional grading services play a crucial role in authenticating and preserving these precious pieces, ensuring their true worth is recognized worldwide.